A Luke Saperco production.
Hey there, Spartans, it's Luke Saperco here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to play poker. I got 3 chips right in front of me, and there are a couple chips around me. These are my players right now, and I am the dealer. This is simply cosmetic. You really don't need either of these chips to play. Point is, we got the black chip. This black chip symbolizes $5. This blue chip symbolizes $1, and this white chip symbolizes 20 cents. And I'll be teaching you guys how to play poker because it is a life skill. You're going to need to know this when you get into college or you go to the casino for the first time. That way you don't get scammed. Okay, so how a traditional poker game goes is the dealer will shuffle the cards without making them fall. Sorry about that. There will also be 2 jokers taken out of an original deck. They'll be shuffled as so. So let me just shuffle these 2 cards together like so. The dealer will soon take their first 2 cards from their deck, pass it to their left, like so. I'm going to also be playing as well. They're going to take the first card, put it on the bottom, then lay out the first 3 cards. So we got an ace of diamond, or not diamond, sorry, ace of hearts. We got a 8 spade, and we got a 6 heart. So what you're also going to want to do is you're going to look at your cards and be like, okay, I have a terrible deck. Anyways, what everyone does at the beginning of the round is they put in a betting chip just to initiate the game. So for the way I'm doing it, they're going to put in 20 cents each. So the original pot right now is 80 cents. Everyone's going to look at their cards. They're going to be like, oh, do I have any matching pairs, a royal flush, or here, I can probably show you what each of those things are real quick. Okay, I moved some cards around to explain to you guys what different cards are. So this is what is considered a straight. Usually some people don't know this, but a straight does not need to contain a 10 to ace, okay? It can start anywhere in any deck. So it can start at 3, it can even start at 2, but it has to be 5 consecutive cards in a row, as like so. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got that. There's also such a thing as a pair. So there's a pair. There's also a thing as 2 pair. There's a thing as 3 of a kind. That's when you have 3 of the same. And there's also something called a full house, when you have 3 of a kind and you also have 2 pair. So there you go. There is not something for when you have 3 of a kind of 3 of a kind. That's just a full house. And there is a thing called 4 of a kind. Now, there is also something called a straight flush. And that is when every single card matches its corresponding suit. For example, if everything here was a diamond, so diamond 4, diamond 5, diamond 6, diamond 7, which it already is, this would be called a straight flush, and it beats most cards. Actually, it's the second from a royal flush, which is the highest you can get. It's the best possible outcome. It's when you have an ace, a king, a queen, a jack, and a 10, all of one suit, and it's the highest. So this would just be a straight flush. Royal flushes are the best you can get. And there is also something called a flush. It's kind of like a straight flush, but it does not need to be a straight. It can just be, it could be, for example, it could be 3, 6, ace, 8, and a 4. It just has to be all of one suit. Now back to the game. So everyone has their chips in the middle, and these are the 3 community cards. Everyone looks at these cards and they think, okay, is there anything I can match up with those corresponding cards that I mentioned before? I'm just going to show you my cards, but you do not do this when you're at a poker table. Do not do what I do. But I'll show you what I have. I have a 5 of spades and a 4 of diamonds. This is not a good deck. So, but it has a chance of being a good deck because of what I'm going to do next. I could potentially get a straight. Let me see what the other people have. He's got an ace, so that's immediately a pair, and he's got a 3 of clubs. This person over here, he's got 5 of diamonds and jack of spades, nothing really there. And this person has a 7 of clubs and a 6 of clubs. He's also got a pretty good chance of getting a straight, but he also has immediately a pair. So without knowing any of the cards around, I'm going to try and get a straight across this deck. So what I'm going to do is it's my turn to bid, or actually it's the left person's time to bid. See, whoever is from the dealer, the left, always bids first. And since he has already an ace pair, he's going to bid something pretty, a little high. So he's going to do maybe 2 of these chips. So it's raised to $1.20. This person, he looks at his deck and he's like, all right, I'm going to fold. So what folding does is he lays out his cards and he's out of the round. This person now looks at his cards and he's like, okay, I have a 6 pair. I do not know what he has, but that is a pair nonetheless, and he bids also 2 chips. Since this person bid 2 chips, he has to pay 2 chips in order to stay in the game. I will also pay 2 chips as well. Detour on my part. But now the bidding pot has went up by a total of $2. It has been $2 now. I'm going to shuffle the deck of cards again. Sorry about that. You don't usually shuffle like I'm doing. I messed up. I kind of took the cards by accident. But now I'm going to add another card. So now everyone has to look again and be like, okay, is it wise for me to keep going in the current selection? Remember, he had 3 of clubs, an ace. He has an ace match. And this person has 6, 7. I have 5 and 4, and I just laid down a 10. So really, no one is benefiting from this 10 right now. And there's no longer a chance that I have a straight. So I'm actually going to fold. He, however, who has this, he is doubling down. He's going to put in a $1 chip. So raising the total now to $3. This person still has a 6, thinking that he is bluffing. He's going to probably put in a chip now too. Leaving us to our final round. 4. This is where the final amount of bidding goes. This person is going to decide, okay, I'm still in it, but I'm going to go low. So he's going to put in just 1 singular chip. He's also going to match that. And then these two flip over their cards, and he wins. So he gets all this money. So he gets that, he gets that, he gets that. And that's how a traditional game is played. I hope you found this video educational. I try to explain it the best I can. I might as well just play one more round. That way you guys understand a little bit. Because a lot of crazy things can happen. And I'll also give you some tips on what to look for while you play. Okay. So I shuffle the deck. 2 over here. 2 over here. 2 over here. 2 over here. I'm going to play a game all by myself. We're not going to know what the cards are. Here, I'm going to give you guys the spiel of what the cards are. So that's what the left person has. That is what the middle person has. I guess the person right in front of me. And then this is the person to my right. Okay. I'm going to look at my cards. You guys don't get to see what I have. Okay. So I'm going to take the first card from the top, put it at the bottom to prevent cheating, if anyone saw it. And I'm going to put these cards in. Everyone's going to bet in their starting amount. That way there is a profit. And I need to win. Okay. Okay, it's going to be the first person front's turn to bid, and they are going to bid $1 chip. The person to the right, my right, is going to also match that, and I'm going to match that too. And this person's going to, he's going to bid too. Why not? King. King has been added. Here, I can spread this out a little more. Okay. King has been added. Person in front of me is going to bid one of these. He's going to bid 1. I'm going to bid 2, raising the bet. Here, actually, I'm not going to bid 2. I'm going to bid 2 of these. So is raise the total even more. Person to the left does not feel confident in their cards, and they are going to fold. Let's see what they had. Yeah, it was a good thing they folded because they had to pay 2 more of the blue chips, which, mind you, each one of these is $1. So they have folded. It's good and wise on their part because then they had to spend and probably lose the round. So it has gone to our final round of bidding. A 2 has been added. The person in front is going to bid $1. Person to the left is now going to fold. They had a 2 ace. So that is a pair right there. But they know that they're not going to be able to match probably what I or the person in front have. So I'm going to bid another $1, just like the person in front, matching them, because I need to pay that in order to keep playing. So now that the final amount of bidding is over, we're going to flip. And it looks like I've won. As you can see, my king and king right there is a match, and the only thing he has is a match here. Now you can have a match here. This technically does count as a pair, but my pair is higher because of the community pile right here. King, king. Thus, I win the round, meaning I garnish this many chips. A good way to win that I've learned over the years is to make sure you understand your cards and your rules with them. Remember, there is such a thing as 3 of a kind, as shown. There is such a thing as 2 pair. Combine it together, that's a full house. A thing as a flush, where they are all the same suit. Yeah, I should have probably picked better cards for this, but you get the gist. What I'm trying to say is, if you know what you are looking for and what you can combine together to make a good deck, your guaranteeing chance of winning a game of poker have automatically went up. So now that I've made you all better poker players, you are now ready to go gamble your life away and spend millions of dollars at the casino to win it all and double it. I might do a tutorial on how to play blackjack. I hope this video was educational and you now know exactly what to do when you are at the poker table and you need to, make your money back or, make some money. I don't know. I hope I don't get in trouble for this video.